It's Godzilla!
It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not.
Still, we should run like it is Godzilla!
Though it isn't.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters is a new Godzilla film. It's a sequel to a 2014 one. This film takes place 5 years after the events of the first one, and loads of new monsters, or titans as they call them in this film, start to reawaken and wreak havoc on the world. So Godzilla comes back to try and defeat them and become the king of all monsters, and the human beings are doing their thing. And I just don't know if I can get excited for monster films anymore, because they just end up being the same thing. Cool monster action, cool destruction, great CGI, but the human characters just always end up sucking ass. It's the same thing with Godzilla, King of the Monsters, I'm afraid. The fights in this film are genuinely awesome. Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Rodan, all the other monsters, when they're going toe-to-toe with each other and they're just annihilating everything in sight, including each other, it is exciting, it's fun to watch, and the CGI work is actually marvellous in this film. It's just so larger than life, grand scale, really big scope. There are quite a few instances in this film where my jaw actually did kind of drop and I was like, oh my god, because some of the visuals are genuinely awe-inspiring. But it's the third act of this film that you're going to want to see especially, because like the first Godzilla, for the first 2/3 of it, there are smatterings of monster action in it, but the third act is obviously the final showdown. It's where it all comes to a head. And again, it was awesome. It was really enjoyable, really entertaining. Godzilla, King Ghidorah, buildings are getting destroyed, things are just getting annihilated into oblivion. It was a good time. But like I said, the human characters, that's where this film just completely falters. And I know people are going to say, why are you going on about human characters? Why can't you just enjoy the monster action, blah, blah, blah? Well, number one, because I want a good film. I'm sorry. But number two, it's pretty much the main focus of the film, is the human characters and them trying to live through the ordeal. And the funny thing is, I've seen people complain about critics by saying, well, they said 2014 Godzilla had less Godzilla, more humans, and this film has less humans, more Godzilla. Make your mind up and all that. This film, to me, felt like it had more emphasis on the human characters than the 2014 Godzilla. It's all about the human beings trying to survive the whole ordeal of the monsters reawakening and destroying the earth. And again, the human characters were just not good. And since that's the main focus of the film, and the main focus of the film doesn't work, then ultimately for me, the film didn't work. The human characters and the story, it's just as generic as it gets. Kyle Chandler's the dad who wasn't there for the daughter. They have all the military army people who spend the entire film looking at screens, tracking the monsters and then describing what's about to happen. And then you have that really cheesy dialogue where, you know, like, what's this monster called? Well, the ancient people called it Rodan. And like I always say, tropes and cliches aren't instantly a bad thing. It's how you execute it. Execution is everything in a film, and the characters, the story in Godzilla, King of the Monsters just was not executed very well. It's like they just put it on autopilot. They just typed in generic monster movie and they just let it drive itself. Honestly, there were quite a few times throughout this film where I had to snap myself back in and pay attention again because I was so disengaged with it, and I was just like, oh, sorry, wait, what are they doing again? They're going here, they're going underwater, they're doing this, they're getting nukes, there's a bomb that can take away the oxygen or something. I was just so not into it. And again, it's just because of the human characters, the story, so generic, so uninspired, and just so boring. Again, the fights are awesome, the CGI is great, the monster action that you want to see in this film will satisfy you, but it's just everything else. If you're looking for a story with weight and substance, and just anything else that makes a good film, you're going to be like me and you're going to walk out of this film underwhelmed. And it kind of makes me not look forward to more monster films in the future, because I end up saying this about pretty much every monster film and every disaster film that comes out nowadays. Great action, great CGI, rubbish story and characters. And Godzilla, King of the Monsters, it's just par for the course for the genre. I'm going to give Godzilla, King of the Monsters a 2 out of 5. So have you guys seen this film, and what did you think about it? And how does it compare to the 2014 one for you? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know down there. And if you want to see some more of my stuff, click on one of these in a second, and I'll see you all next time.